Good morning, everybody. Kathleen Tagle, the Executive Director for the Southeast region. And it's my pleasure to welcome everyone here in this room and everybody who's watching us on the live stream. As we begin our ceremony, I want to be the first to offer my congratulations to the Hearing Dog Team Training graduating class and to the 4 puppy raisers who so generously gave their love, their time, and their care to these dogs, because that laid the foundation that have led them to become a hearing dog. So later in the ceremony, you'll learn how these amazing dogs will become their connection to the world around them by having their ears tuned into important sounds, like a doorbell, a knock on the door, alarms, or even someone calling their client's name. They will always let you know something important is happening with just a simple nudge of their nose, and there is no more hitting the snooze alarm. The Southeast region is grateful to the many foundations, individuals, and organizations who have generously supported our vision to train hearing dogs in Orlando. The hearts and generosity of our donors makes me very thankful. Without their support, we wouldn't be able to continue to provide our services free of charge. There are many others to recognize. I would like to express my thanks to the wonderful staff of the Southeast region. And we even have not only our staff, our retired folks are coming back to help us. So thank you for that. They make miracles happen here, and we do appreciate that. Then we have all our volunteers. We have from our puppy raisers to chapter members, to our volunteer board of directors, to those who plan our special events, to dog walkers, the office volunteers, dog bathers, and to those who provide lunch and other welcome gifts for this class. Everyone gives so generously of their time to make a difference in someone else's life. And you touch so many people at Canine Companions. Our region is truly surrounded by great people. Everyone is always there to make it possible for us to continue to provide exceptional dogs for exceptional people. Please accept my sincere thanks for your dedication towards this incredible mission. And I'm thankful for these extraordinary and inspiring people who trusted us and came to us with the dream that we would make the perfect match and find them the dog that would provide them with independence and unconditional love. I hope we all took great care of you when you were here on campus. Please remember as you head home that you are now part of the Canine Companions family. As you begin this new chapter of your life, please know that we'll always be here to support you along the way. Thank you for everyone sharing this day with us and for welcoming our newest members to the Canine Companions family. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Mary Johnson, our hearing dog instructor.
All right, good morning, everyone. I'd like to start the passing of a leash with a quote from Simon Sinek that says, "Life is beautiful, not because of the things that we see or do. Life is beautiful because of the people that we meet." This quote so succinctly sums up what we do here at Canine Companions. And yes, on the surface, we come together for the dogs. But with each team training, it's always made poignantly clear that it is the people who make this experience even more meaningful and powerful. And this class has been no different. These 4 students from across the country came together 2 weeks ago seeking a service dog that would enhance their lives that have been affected by hearing loss. While each of these people may look like they are not disabled on the outside, Because they can walk and generally they use no mobility assistance, they struggle to fit into a world where oftentimes they do not hear clearly and people mistake them for being rude or dismissive. But as you will soon find out, these dogs will make such a difference in their new partners' lives, whether that's at home, at work, in the crowded hustle of a school, or even a hospital. First, I would like to call Sandy up to the front. Sandy is from Beckley, West Virginia, and she is a special education teacher. The first few days of class, Sandy would look at Amanda and I with a puzzled look on her face because her dog would generally look beyond her and instead look only towards her trainer who worked with her during professional training. We promised her that as class went on, her dog would only have eyes for her, and quickly, Sandy and Susie, as she calls her new dog, were like two peas in a pod. I've already seen so much confidence come out of Sandy, and that's exactly what she's looking for with having Susan and Sandy, okay? That's exactly what she's looking for with having Susan by her side, providing independence every day. Susan the sixth is the fourth puppy raised by volunteer puppy raiser Wendy Pascal of Williston Park, New York, and she is here to present Susan today. See, that's all she wants. She wants her Sandy. Congratulations. Go away. All right, Richard, can you please join me up front? Richard wins the Closest to the Pin award as he is from nearby Lecanto, Florida, and did not travel too far to attend team training. Canine Companions is committed to serving the needs of veterans, and challenge coins are a military tradition that date back to World War I. And today, they are very popular throughout all branches of the military. Consistent with this tradition, Canine Companions honors each of our graduating veterans teams with our unique challenge coin. One side is our logo and the phrase, "Proudly serving veterans since 1975." And on the other side is an image of a dog with the phrase, "One team, two heroes." Richard served our country from the years of 1970 to 1973. He drove a tank in the United States Army during the Vietnam War in Germany, where he sustained his hearing loss. Richard, it is my absolute honor to present this coin to you on behalf of Canine Companions. Oh boy. Now, while he might be a tough military man, Richard is an animal lover, and he is a big softie. And he is just the biggest teddy bear. He has 3 golden retrievers at home. And during the first couple days of team training, he would always say, "Stop it," when his dog was doing something inappropriate. And finally, I looked at him and I said, "Richard, if you say stop it one more time, I'm gonna start charging you money." He stopped it. But his new dog, Lindsay, is going to fit right in with his pack of dogs at home. And she's going to give him peace of mind to know he's not going to miss any sounds in public, and he's going to sleep better at night with her by his side. And he's also started to call her his special girl. I'm telling you, he's a big teddy bear. Lindsay the fifth is a California girl and was the first puppy raised by volunteer puppy raiser Nancy Martin of San Diego, California. Nancy could not be here with us today, and in her place, Southeast board member and volunteer puppy raiser Kathy Fisher is presenting Lindsay today. There's my girl. Go sit down. Go sit down. Thank you. All right, next I would like Isabel to join me up front. Now we go from the closest traveled of Richard to the farthest traveled, as Isabel and her mom, Becky, came from the middle of the country, from Excelsior Springs, Missouri, to attend team training. Now, what can I say about this sarcastic, funny, genuine young lady? She was pretty quiet the first couple of days of class, but as she warmed up, we knew she was comfortable with all of us when she looked at me, dead serious, as I forgot to say something or do something, and she said rather loudly in front of the entire class, "You had one job to do," and then burst into laughter. Yeah, it was one of our big moments of laughter in class. Isabel lost her hearing to a brain tumor, and throughout her cancer journey, she struggled to hear alarms and her name being called, especially at doctor appointments. She's most looking forward to having Candy by her side to alert her to these sounds, but also be a buddy to help her feel less lonely during medical treatments. Isabel has been placed with Candy the seventh, another California girl who literally bends in half when she's excited and happy. Candy was the fourth puppy raised by volunteer puppy raisers Jennifer Ando and Ben Wegman of Redondo Beach, California. Now, they could not be with us today either, so presenting her on their behalf is fellow class instructor and senior instructor Amanda Otney. There she is. And as she walked by the video camera, she was just staring like, "Hi, yes, hello." All right, last but not least, we have Nancy. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. All right, Nancy is from Yorktown, Virginia, and she has the most laid-back personality. She has taken every single piece of information we've given her and put it into practice seamlessly. But that should come as no surprise because she's a middle school teacher and she's used to being in charge and giving good direction. Now, initially, Nancy was supposed to fly into class. But at the last minute, she made the decision to drive down from Virginia. And am I glad she made that decision? Because she has been placed with quite possibly one of the biggest canine companion dogs I've either seen in a long time or I've ever seen in my career here. I've actually taken to calling him Marmaduke, but his real name is King. And he is a soft, gentle king of a dog and will accompany Nancy to work in the middle school and as she travels to national parks, which is one of her favorite things to do. Nancy says that he has already improving her life and she's only known him for a week. King the Ninth is the 5th puppy raised by volunteer puppy raisers, the Dold family of Winter Garden, Florida, and they are here to present King today. There he is. Oh.
Sit. Sit. Don't sit.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present the February 2023 Herring Dog Team Training graduates. Now I'll turn it over to Nancy to give you a perspective from the students on class. Oh, yeah, gosh, thank you.
Yes, you do.
Okay. 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 Greetings, friends, family, and loved ones. Before I begin, I want to share one word of advice from the great Kurt Vonnegut. Make sure you wear sunscreen. But seriously, we've gathered here today to celebrate the formation of new teams and the beginning of new adventures. My classmates and I arrived 12 days ago from various locations, some from right here in Florida, another from the lovely state of West Virginia, myself from the birthplace of American independence, which is Yorktown, and our farthest traveler from Excelsior Springs, Missouri. However, we all have one thing in common. We are hard of hearing and have had our independence limited as a result of our disability. King. Sorry, he's trying to steal the show. We've worked with our new service dogs, forming bonds and partnerships we never imagined possible. We began the process nervous, timid, and afraid of making a mistake. However, by the end of 2 weeks, we have grown stronger, bonded with our new 4-legged partner, and are ready to take on the world. Many of my classmates and I have expressed our gratitude for our newfound independence. With King, Susan, Lindsay, and Candy in our lives, we all feel much safer and more independent. Mary and Amanda, thank you for your countless hours of training and assistance to the dogs and us. The mic just went out. Oh, I thought he did something. King, sit. Sit. There we go. Okay. I'll just repeat. Mary and Amanda, thank you for your countless hours of training and assistance to the dogs and us, even though you only had one job to do. You shared your knowledge of King with me and helped make this experience unforgettable. Thank you, Linda, for making us feel at home for 2 weeks and for your welcoming smile. Thank you to everyone who helped make this event possible. And now, King would like to say a few words. I wrote it down for him. Fellow graduates, here are 10 kibbles of advice for success and happiness that I have learned in my 2 years of pawing around this planet. Although life can be difficult at times, the group of friends you keep in your den will make the journey much more enjoyable. Okay. Number 2, get up hungry. Get up early, even if it annoys the other people in your den. Number 3, go for daily walks to clear your mind and bowels, as well as to explore new places. Number 4, it is fine to smell new things, but you don't have to wolf down every new smell that comes your way. Everyone wants a piece of your playtime, but it's up to you to ignore it or sniff quickly and move on to stay focused on your goals. Number 5, wear your collar with pride and remember your identity. In fact, have several collars. Number 6, a leash is useful. The restraint will keep you out of mischief. No problem. I thought that's what it was.
Nancy, dance.
Okay, number 6, a leash is useful. The restraint will keep you out of mischief. Enjoy the freedom of being off leash. Number 7, sugar is bad for you. It should be avoided at all costs. Number 8, never ever beg for what you want. Earn whatever it is you desire. Number 9, thank you is everything. Gratitude doesn't always have to be wet and slobbery. A smile or a light muzzle will suffice. And last, a tennis ball is the most basic of objects. And if simple things can excite you, your life will be exciting. To my canine and human classmates, I wish you wonderful adventures with your new companion. Your dog will provide you with a sense of security and independence. You will no longer feel alone and unheard in public. And remember, it's not where you go in life that matters, it's who you go with. All the best and happy travels to everyone. At this time, I am honored to introduce the team training video tribute created in honor of our special class.
Looking at these photos reminds me, we have had such a fun 2 weeks of class. You know, these 4 students have been so intuitive in their handling. And we've laughed a lot. I told them this past Wednesday that I wished that they could stay, as my fellow instructor Amanda and I have truly enjoyed working with them these last 2 weeks. Now, for all of you who have joined us today for this graduation, whether it's here on our campus in Orlando, if you're on our live stream, or if you're even watching this recorded video at a later time, thank you for taking your time to be with us. If there is anything that you have seen today that inspires you or has you asking more questions about our organization, please feel free to reach out to anyone within our community. And we are more than happy to talk to you about our mission of providing expertly trained service dogs to adults and children and veterans with disabilities. Now to the students. Here's that part that I told you a couple days ago that I'm gonna say the R word, but I'm not gonna say that word. For the rest of everybody, it's release, but I don't wanna say it too loud because one day last week I said it and the students weren't ready for me to say it. And they weren't necessarily holding onto their leash and their dogs went running around the training room. And it was one of those moments where we just had to laugh, right? But my very best to you guys. Thank you for everything. Safe travels. And now, yes, you are finally released.